July, and 2 days ago we had a good rain. We had 0.8 of an inch on this farm. Other farms had maybe up to a ½ inch. It's been about 3 weeks since we had a good rain. And with the heat that we've had, it was showing stress, a lot of stress the soybeans were. Because it sounds like the next week, as we get into August, is supposed to warm back up again. And so there'll be some stress on the crop. With this rain here, it will help. But right now, with this rain, the crop is looking good. It's grown quite a bit here. We started off this year and it was a very slow taking off because of the cool weather. There were issues in the no-tills, maybe things were slower about growing. Stands weren't maybe as good as what we hoped for. Soybeans are pretty forgivable and they'll fill in, bush out. All in all, things look good today. We're down into the 50s this morning. That's great. We can cool this crop back down over the evening and night hours. It's hard to tell how long this rain will last that we just received. So that will help. I think through the weekend we're supposed to stay cool, and then as we get into next week it's going to warm up to the hundreds. So that will cause a lot of evaporation of the moisture up on the surface. The crop is getting to the stage where it's up taking more and more moisture. It will last, but we'll need another rain. We'll need more rain to get a top yielding crop that we're looking for. One thing I had talked about earlier, it was so important to get enough moisture earlier in the season to give us that subsoil moisture. These roots go down, it goes down and it finds that moisture, which will carry you through for a short period of time. Here in Iowa, we're pretty fortunate. We usually get a rain in time, but there are years when you're just in a cycle. The moisture doesn't come like it normally does. So it's kind of up to the weather and what happens from week to week and day to day. 100-degree weather, though, is not good for the crops, on an extended period. For the next week or so, several weeks, because these beans will continue to grow, and as they grow, they will shoot out flowers. If the weather's right, they'll set pods. If we stay hot too long, they'll abort some of those potential pods. But if we get the right weather, they'll just keep putting on flowers and forming pods, and then they have to fill. So you have to get those set on there on time so they have enough time to form the beans. And so, but most of August, they'll continue to set pods. We can take a look at these, at the soil conditions. Like I said, we had 0.8 of an inch of rain here on this farm. Really needed it. We were showing stress here because it'd been 3 weeks. You can see here we've got some moisture in here now. Crumbles up still. I mean, it's not muddy just after almost an inch of rain 2 days ago. There's moisture in there. It just really helped the crop. You can see this root really is tapping down in that hot, dry weather. They are jointed closely and they're branched out good. And you can see these pods now are forming up the plant. August is probably the most important month for soybeans, so it's important we get kind of conducive weather. It can take some heat, but you need some moisture, can really make a big difference in your final yields.